Morning.
Hey, Jerrica, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Not too bad. Maybe give it another minute and see get some more people jumping on or
Sure. Yeah, I'm in no rush. I've got
cool.
all the time.
Looks like we have about 17 people, so that's good. Do you want to I guess we probably could get going. Hey everybody, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Jerrica's gonna Jerrica's from HouseWhippers. Hey Anna, good to see you. Thank you. Probably should hold any questions till the end and we will ask them. Hey Rosanna, good to see you. Appreciate you being here.
Good
Awesome.
morning,
All right,
everyone.
Sue Ann, good to see you. Thank you. All right, we'll get rolling. Cool.
Awesome.
Thank you. Take it
Yeah.
away.
Thanks, Phil. Awesome. Yes, guys, I'm Jerrica. I am from the House Whisper team. I've been a part of House Whisper for about 3 months now, but in startup world, that's like 10 years. So I'm really excited to chat with you guys today, and to kind of partner with Phil and company on bringing you guys kind of this exclusive opportunity to join House Whisper. Andrew Meredith is also on the call. He's one of our expert engineers. So if you have any questions, yes, you can totally wait till the end to ask, or you can put them in the chat and he can answer them in real time as well. So um, feel free to hold them or whatever you'd like to do there. But what I love about House Whisper is it is very easy to understand. The only thing that I will say is that we're coming out with new features all of the time. And so between now and next week, there could be like a new feature. And the only way we know is if you ask and try the assistant. So um, let's jump into it. So, really quick, I like to share the team behind House Whisper. So, our co founders bring just a plethora of expertise in both real estate and technology. So, Luis Poggi, he's our CEO. He spent 10 years specializing in all things product at Zillow. And so, anything that was rolled out in the last decade or so, he had his hand in kind of creating and pioneering. Alex Kuttner, he is our CTO. He also spent 10 years at Zillow in the engineering side. He actually is on the Zestimate patent. And then Spencer Raskoff, co-founder of Zillow, as most of you probably know, he is our chair. So we've got like the real estate and kind of this development experience to just create like a really exciting product brought to you by truly like some of the industry's very best and brightest. And I'm sure all of you have heard like how AI is becoming just this really necessary tool just to keep an advantage over the competition, right? Like we've all kind of heard about it. If you've gone to any sort of masterminds or coaching training programs, it's like if you don't know about AI or if you're not leveraging it, now's the time to do it. It's not here to replace an agent, it's here to increase your productivity. So I kind of want to start with a statistic that perhaps you're familiar with. Maybe it hits close to home or maybe not. But did you know that 88% of homeowners say that they would use the same agent, but only 12% actually do? And that's a stat that really hurts. And it comes from the National Association of Realtors. And so when our team started building out House Whisper, this was one of the questions they're asking, like, well, why is this happening? You guys have all these tools at your expense these days. You have so many different software products presented to you, and the market is just flooded with options. But it almost seems like the more tech, like the more responsibility you have to making sure that tech is implemented, and then you're missing these micro moments of creating relationships with your buyers and your sellers. So, there's just this fundamental challenge in real estate that, again, I'm sure you guys are familiar with, and it's just the overwhelming time drain that you're experiencing from these manual tasks like updating the CRM, managing client follow-ups, and tracking commitments that are going to eat into your valuable time. So, you've been given like more and more tech, and the market is just flooded with solutions. But then it's just more stuff to manage. And so we're trying to solve for that. So that's where Alex, the HouseWhisper AI assistant, comes in. Her default name is Alex. You can name her whatever you would like. But anyways, so just imagine having a personal assistant designed specifically for real estate. She was trained on real estate. Her entire workflow is based off of real estate workflows. So she integrates seamlessly into your workflow because of that. She'll handle repetitive admin tasks for you. She keeps your CRM accurate and up to date. And she also is going to ensure that you don't miss any follow-ups. So she was built with agents in mind and not necessarily with, a software developer's mind, but we have been testing and trying out different workflows and getting feedback for over a year and a half now from our early adopter teams on what works and what agents actually need to see. So we've really focused on how you guys actually work and where you actually work, which is a lot of times in your car. So here's a stat that probably doesn't surprise you. So full-time agents spend on average of 25 hours in their car a week, driving from open houses, listing appointments, showing homes to buyers, meetings, so on and so forth. And that doesn't even include like the personal time that you spend in there. And also, if you live in a busy metropolitan area, or you work a lot more than just, kind of quote unquote full time, you can expect that drive to be closer to like 30 hours a week. So agents have two primary ways of communicating. And spoiler, it's not on a website. It's not through a mobile app. It's not through any sort of interface that you're having to put in, a username and password. It's simply through calling and texting. And that's exactly how you can communicate with Alex. Through your own personal number, you will call her and you will text her. And the opposite of that, she will call you and she will text you to communicate. So no password to ever remember. There's not going to be an app for you to download. She integrates seamlessly with Bold Trail. So she's already seeing what's gone on in the CRM. And based off of your guys' communications, based off your emails, based off your calendars, she's going to consistently update that too. So you can just imagine you've hired her and you save her number in your phone, and that's how you'll communicate with her. So each day, Alex will greet you with a morning sync. In this morning sync will be any upcoming appointments you have for the day. When you have your calendar integrated with Bold Trail, Alex will ensure that you stay on top of each appointment. So she can also create appointments for you. If she identifies that in an email that you send out to, a client and you discuss an appointment upcoming, she will identify that and she'll actually add that to your calendar for you. So also in these morning syncs, you're going to get a list of any upcoming tasks you have for the day or past client promises that you haven't gotten to. She's not going to let you forget those things that you haven't completed. So for example, if you sent an email to me yesterday telling me that you're going to send me 3 new listings to review last night and you haven't, Alex will politely remind you of that promise, and even offer a time to block out your calendar to get those things accomplished. And again, this is all done through texting and calling, so you're not having to go into the CRM to see this type of communication. You will see it through your phone. So when HouseWhisperer is activated, it's going to begin to read all past information, so past calls, texts, and emails, and it's going to create this background profile for each lead in your name. So the emojis signify any non-negotiables around a transaction, and then also that personal information that's really important to like that client-agent relationship, like kind of family dynamic, how many pets do they have, pets' names, so on and so forth, those things that are important. And then also this section will continuously be updated based off of future conversations, future meetings, so on and so forth. So she's also great at being a resource for information. So again, like it's maybe not so natural for you to go to the CRM before you go into a showing, but you need that information quickly. You can just text the assistant, hey, tell me more about my appointment with Erica. is an example, which Alex will send you all of those non-negotiables, kind of high level what the buyer's looking for, buyer seller's looking for. So you can see that without ever having to go into the CRM. And then after each appointment that you have with the client, Alex is going to text you and ask you how that appointment went. So she knows you're busy. So you can respond with just 1, 2, or 3, which is met, no show, rescheduled. Automatically flip that lead stage to the appropriate stage in the CRM. So if you had a no-show or a reschedule, she's going to offer to find a new time that works in your calendar for a reschedule, and she can actually reschedule that for you on your behalf. Also, because she sees your calendar, she's going to send this text to you when you have a clearing in your calendar. So if you're going from one showing to the next, or you're going from a listing appointment, running back to the office and your calendar's booked, she'll save this until you have a clearing in your calendar. Alex is also going to remind you of any tasks you have throughout the day. And that's, again, just so you aren't breaking any of your client commitments. So it'll be housed in the CRM, but you won't have to go into the CRM because she will be reminding you through text. She can also draft text and emails for you to send to clients as well. All you have to do is just ask her, like, hey, please draft an email to Phil after this call, state X, Y, and Z, and offer times for a reschedule. She can go ahead and draft that for you, and then you can go ahead and send it on your own. So a couple of other features I wanted to touch on is how you can communicate with her or the things that you can ask of her. If your hands are busy, you're on the go, you're in the car, maybe you're walking through a showing, whatever it might be, you can also just send her a voice memo. She can understand that. She can create tasks based off of that, set appointments based off of that, so on and so forth. She also has access to anything publicly available online. So if you've ever been in front of a client and they ask you a question you aren't sure about, and so your idea is like, okay, I'm going to go to Google, you have to scroll through like kind of dozens of search returns. Well, now you can just let them know you'll ask your assistant, and within a few moments, she'll get back to you with a thoughtful and friendly response. So if someone is curious about active listings in the area, she can return those. If your client is a wine enthusiast and wants to know if the neighborhood has highly rated wineries, she can do that and include specifics on those wineries. Or perhaps they're a jogger or a biker and it's important for them to live by nearby trails. Alex can also get that information as well. She's getting smarter and smarter every day. We have over 5,500 agents who are currently leveraging HouseWhisper, and the more requests they make of her, the smarter she gets. Also, she has optical character recognition. So I'm sure you guys have been in a showing and a client asks, this is kind of like an interesting space. I don't even know what I would do with this room. You can snap a picture of it, send it to her, and she can give you some ideas. Or if you're like 90% of agents who walk around with a notebook and you take notes and that eventually either get misplaced or you forget that exists, now you can actually just snap a picture of your handwritten notes, send it to Alex, and she'll decipher what is in that handwritten note. She can create appointments from it. She'll add the notes to the appropriate lead in the CRM. So again, you're not even ever having to go into the CRM. You're not having to go to your calendar to book an appointment. If your, kind of natural way of doing things is handwritten notes. And those are just a couple of examples of how you can use OCR there. So just like you can text her, you can send her voice memos, you can send her pictures. If your natural way of doing things is by calling people, and that feels the easiest for you, you can also give Alex a call as well. And so we're going to listen to a call from an agent and the assistant. And I'll preface by saying like the first 7 seconds, most people think that the agent is the assistant and vice versa, just because of like how human-like Alex sounds. So just to kind of like calibrate your mind there before I press play. But So we hear kind of this conversation between the assistant and the agent, and then you're going to see in the background how how Alex updates the CRM.
Hi, Chrissy. Would you like to talk about the meeting with Jason Laliberte? Yes. What notes would you like to add about the meeting?
Jason and Jennifer bought their new build home in 2022, and they're looking to sell this home and buy another new build.
Any action items or tasks you'd like to add?
Yes, I need to pull up new build communities in Maricopa.
When do you want to complete the task?
Friday.
Got it. Any additional tasks to be added?
No, but can I add some more notes?
Of course.
They are wanting at least a 2,600 square foot single level home. They'll go 3 bedrooms, but they want a big backyard.
Would you like to update Jason Laliberte's lead stage? The current stage is spoke with customer. Shall I update it to appointment set?
Yes.
The stage has been updated.
I do have a listing appointment scheduled with Jason and Jennifer for Saturday, September 10th at 10:30.
Noted. Anything else?
Nope, that's everything.
Thank you, Chrissy. The information will be available in the CRM. You're welcome.
Bye.
So a couple things about that call. Chrissy's relaying the information to Alex, the assistant. She's adding those items to the CRM. But also anything that is relayed to the CRM, she'll also bring back out through a calendar invite or through text reminders or through like that morning sync that I showed you earlier. So it's going into the CRM, it'll live there, but she also won't forget to tell you about it. She won't kind of drop those reminders to make sure throughout the day you're staying on top of them. The idea is that there's always going to be this source of truth within the CRM, but you don't ever actually have to go into the CRM to find the information or to put the information there. Also, Alex is getting smarter every day. As I mentioned, she's been trained on real estate, so she understands real estate jargon. She understands real estate acronyms. She understands the real estate like workflow and sales workflow. So you don't have to overthink the way that you're talking to her. If she gets confused, she'll let you know. Also on this call, the agent, Chrissy, talked mainly about her meeting with Jason. But you can talk about multiple leads. You can talk about all of your leads all in one call. You don't have to hang up the phone and do a hard reset and call back and talk about a new lead. So just as you would like a human assistant, you can talk to her.
Hi.
So HouseWhisper is honestly just more than just an assistant. We want to think of her as like a tool for efficiency. So the Lawton team was one of our first teams on HouseWhisper. They came on board like a year and a half ago. So they've had a lot of time to ramp and to kind of diagnose how it's working. So the team lead there, George Lawton, has reported that agents who are leveraging the assistant are seeing a 10% increase in conversion versus agents who are not. And then also Lisa Chinati from the Chinati team, she's publicly stated multiple times on podcasts that she wished that all of her agents used HouseWhisper because there's a clear difference in the success of agents who use it versus the ones that don't. And then our single agents are reporting of seeing a freeing up of an average of 2 to 4 hours a week just by like not having to go through their calendar. Oh shoot, I forgot to send this person this. So kind of like backtracking on their tasks. So using George's report of a 10% increase, we can create some pretty conservative math that a 10% increase on a national average of 10 homes closed a year would be one other closing. So which would average to $10,000 extra for each agent. So if you're a full-time agent, seeing more than the national close average, or if you're in an area with higher than the national average home value, then obviously you can expect that to be higher. So With HouseWhisper, I kind of went through some of the features. Again, the features are always growing. We are always surprised about like her new capabilities. But as it is today, you know, you would get an always up-to-date CRM. So those customer backgrounds will be updated, lead stages automatically tagged for you. So you're not having to like push someone through the sales flow within the CRM. It's done automatically. Appointment tracking. So the assistant's able to manage appointments, create the appointments, reschedule appointments for you. She's an amazing reminder. She's not going to let you forget any promises that you've made to a client. She creates personalized content crafting. Again, she's happy to draft a text for you. She'll compose an email for you. She'll send that to you for you to go ahead and amend and send. And she works when you work. She is available 24/7. So feel free to call her, text her, whatever. She doesn't sleep because she is a robot. Anyways, so typically, if you were to come to House Whisper and sign up on your own, it is $100 a month. However, our partnership with Phil and Company, we are giving $79 exclusive offer to single agents. That is Dalton Wade pricing. And also, you're not locked into any sort of commitment. Like, we feel very confident in our product. We see very little churn. Agents who leverage us love us. However, like, because we believe in the product, you're not committed to lock in for any long period of time at all. And so if you're interested in having your own assistant, you'll use the House Whisper landing page to sign up. The same one that I think that you probably saw in your internal emails go out to. If you sign up, we're going to send you an email confirmation and then an onboarding date and time, which I have slated for the first onboarding next Monday, May 5th, which is a breeze. Simply, it's just your agent or your assistant will text you. You'll save that number in your phone, you'll respond to her, and that's how it is activated. So anyways, I'll pause there, leave space and time for any questions. Oh, thank you, Cheryl.
So Jerrica, you had mentioned, I don't believe you brought it up, but it's integrated with the World Wide Web.
Yes. Yes, exactly. So anything that's publicly available, she can access as long as it's not like behind a paywall or you require a password. She's able to access that information. So kind of that's like what I showed you about, you know, if you're in a showing with someone, they're like, yeah, I like this house, it's okay, but it's not perfect for me. Do we have anything else in this neighborhood that's in my budget range? She can go ahead and find those for you. Or again, like what are some great restaurants around here that have like patio dining? She can find that for you as well.
Couple questions. Barry's asking, can my real estate assistant work with her and call her as well?
That's a great question. Is your assistant a part of the CRM? Because that's how she will identify if you're calling and texting or emailing that specific lead. If it's external and your assistant has access to the CRM, so let's say she's just like using your username and password, she can input notes, she can create tasks there. She can also read the ingoing and outgoing communication. However, the calls and the texting to the assistant might not be the same as it would be for you. Let's see. What if we haven't been able?
Kelly's asking, hey Kelly, how you doing? What if you haven't been great about keeping up your CRM? Is that a problem to get started? Also, will there be additional training for best practices once we sign up?
So great question. I would say probably 80% of the people who come on board haven't been great with keeping their CRM up to date. And the reason why I say that with full confidence is because the average CRM adoption for agents is anywhere between and a good CRM adoption is between 15 and 20%. And that's the problem we're trying to solve for. You have a CRM, it's a great tool, but it doesn't actually work with your workflow. So she will start pulling together the pieces that make sense in the CRM. And now, based off of any future conversations, she's going to make sure that it stays up to date. So we'll kind of work with whatever you got and then make sure it gets better. And then that communication with Alex will just organically update the CRM as well.
And
Okay,
then how about additional training once
oh
they sign up?
yes. So we have lots of resources on our end, and because there really is no learning curve, it really just it's as easy to use as, I guess, hiring an actual assistant. So but we'll make sure that you guys all have updates on rolled out features. I've got onboarding videos as well that kind of go through what to expect. So we'll have more resources for you as well for anyone that does onboard. And also our feedback loop is very fast. Let's say that you get Alex, and then you run upon kind of an issue or a bug, or there's a feature that you think that she should do. Instead of having to go to Phil or go to our website or come to me, you can just text her, submit a ticket. Our engineering team gets pinged of that immediately and can help you. So does she create marketing pieces? So kind of help me out here. Is that similar to maybe listings, or what would that mean? I've had people use her for creating a listing details, in-depth information about the house, something that they want to put online, or social media pieces. So I have seen people do that, if that's kind of what you're asking. Oh yeah, she can definitely help with those items. She, of course, you have to request them of her, and she's going to send that information to you. And just as descriptive as you request of her, hey, make this sound a little bit more friendly, more professional, write this for a social media post, whatever it might be, she can help with that.
Cool.
Smart campaigns. I'm not sure actually if Andrew, if you happen to know about that one. Would she be able to stop a smart campaign for
Those are like the drip campaigns.
Not currently. Yeah, that's something I know we do need, but it's not currently scheduled. But there's a high demand for it. We can potentially move it up.
Okay.
He was a little muted there. What did
So he
Andrew
said
say?
that we currently don't do it, but we have heard that it is something that some folks would like. If there's a high demand for it, then we can prioritize it.
This is a good question. Will she help with comps?
Okay, so I will say yes, but I like to put an asterisk in front of that. I actually just saw one of my teams request that, and she returned it, and then she even did more. She was like, and this home has pulled different comps in the area. But again, she's pulling publicly available information, so she's not pulling from the MLS yet. So if it's out there, great, but sometimes you might request comps and the information might be outdated or not available.
Now,
So
would Zillow be like a public source?
yeah, so everything she pulls from right now is publicly sourced.
No, but would Zillow fall into that category?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. How about, so she can definitely, if you were to ask her hey, can you run or can you send me all of my leads who are in meeting set stage or by particular stages, she can do that. And then you can ask her, request of her that she text or draft a text and email, but she won't send out on your behalf. I just like to preface that. We are exclusively agent facing right now, Kelly. And so she'll draft it to you, she'll send it to you, and then you'll have to copy and amend or copy and send. There is a caveat to that. There is this point, we do have a feature with Bold Trail of a press to send, but it's after you complete a call, but it has to be a call out of the CRM. And we know that the CRM for Bold Trail, you can only call using the desktop. So I don't know how many of you are actually using the desktop to call out because they don't have a mobile dialer. But that is one way that, like, after you finish a call, House would be like, hey, you just finished this call with Phil. You should send him this text. And then it's a push to send. But other than that, you'll just have to request that she draft that text or email for you.
Awesome. Any other questions?
Okay,
Well-
if you guys, yeah, if you guys think of anything else that you would like to ask, feel free to email me at jerrica@housewhisper.ai. I'm more than happy to like jump on a call with you, walk you through anything. Oh, someone asked, Barry, is pricing guaranteed for so long?
Yeah, I mean, I think it is, right? I mean, yeah. I mean, I think the way to look at that, and this is a really good question, Barry, is that, you know, it's kind of, there's no subscription. You're not signed up for 6 months and hey, then after a month, you're not using it or you're not liking it. So basically your commitment is $79 to kind of test it out and try and see if it like works for you. And as Jerrica said, you know, they've had very, very little churn, meaning not many, once people try it, they like it and use it and continue to use it. So that's very positive. So that's how I'd be thinking about it.
Yes.
Well, Jerrica, thank you so much. Andrew, appreciate it. Anybody got any last questions before we sign off? Thanks for taking you know, time out of your busy day, and yeah, let us know what you think. Thanks so much.
Yeah,
Enjoy.
thanks, guys. Have a great
Thank you.
Tuesday.
Bye, guys.